Hey everyone, my name is Sarah and I am the recipe developer for Raw Nanoshoots. And today I'm going to be talking about an easy way to get more greens into your diet and answering a few questions we've had from customers recently too. So one of my New Year's resolutions this year has been to eat more fresh green vegetables and get more of those into my diet. But the tricky thing sometimes is that vegetables can take a lot of time to prepare if you're peeling, washing, chopping, roasting. And also with stocking your fridge with fresh foods. Oftentimes, especially for me, it's just me and my husband, we have trouble eating through a bunch of fresh food before it goes bad. And it's one of the worst things in the world to be throwing away lots of good food. And so sometimes it's a struggle to get all of those fresh foods into our diet. So that's one of the many things that I love about our raw Nanoshoots. For one, they're super easy to incorporate into meals. And for another thing, because of the way that we grow them, they last much longer. So oftentimes when you get them from the store, they will still have a shelf life in your fridge of up to 21 days. And a lot of people are like, how is that even possible? And the reason is that they're living in this package. So it's like you're growing a little garden in your fridge. A lot of vegetables, well, really any vegetable, it's already been harvested. It was maybe harvested before it was even ripe. It's spent a few days on a truck, it's spent a while in the grocery store, and by the time you get it in its fridge, it's on the later side of its good days. But with our sprouts, they're still growing when you get them in the store. So it's like you can see them actually growing here. They're still growing once you buy them. We plant them on this fresh cotton pad, put some water in there, and it's like this little greenhouse for our sprouts. So when you get them from the store, it's like they're just happy growing in there until you're ready to eat them and harvest them right at home. So I'm going to show you actually how easy it is. You just open the package. So I have boiled broccoli here today. Just pull open the package. You can see it's almost like a little forest growing inside. And all you have to do is literally pull out a section. Let's see if I can do this while holding it up here. Pull out a section of the sprouts like this. And they're totally ready to eat right away. You're actually like the first person to touch them. We plant them directly, seeds are dropped in here, water is poured in here, and you're the first person to touch them when you harvest them like this. So they're completely clean, they're completely sterile seeds, so you don't need to worry even about washing them. You can just add them to whatever you're eating. So for me, I'm gonna add them to some fresh guacamole that I made and eat it with chips. I love adding these sprouts to guacamole because it adds just kind of a fun little crunch, some fun texture. Plus, I'm getting an easy serving of greens right away. I'm going to show you something else with broccoli. So this is going to be addressing some of the customer questions that we've had. So first of all, can you see, it's a little tricky. Maybe it's a little too bright for you to see. Do you see kind of this white down here at the bottom? It's kind of mixed in with the seeds at the bottom of the sprouts that are growing happily here. Sometimes people have questions about what exactly this white matter is. And some people have even thought that it's mold, and it's definitely not. So don't worry about that. It's the soft base of the roots. So like I said, these are growing here. No one's harvested this, no one's chopped this, no one's, already taken it out of its living conditions. It's still growing. And the white parts here are just little rootlets. So they're baby roots that are growing as this plant continues to mature. So you don't need to worry about it. They're soft, totally tender, totally edible, and it's just little baby roots that are continuing to grow there at the base of your plants. Now also, people have asked if the seeds, can you see the seeds in there, the little brown parts? If the seeds are edible. And the answer is yes, absolutely. Especially with broccoli. The seeds are really soft if they've been sitting in this growth package. They've been softened by the water, they're getting ready to germinate. But if you've ever grown plants, you know that not every single seed sprouts. And it's the same with this. Because we're planting the seeds directly in this package and you're the first person to harvest them, some of the seeds haven't sprouted yet or have decided they're never going to sprout. And so with those, you can add them straight to whatever you're eating. So I could just drop this into my guacamole and I'd be set to go. Or you can, I'm gonna turn this so you can see, or you can lightly shake them over your sink and kind of work with your fingers to get some of the base seeds out, if you prefer not to have them in there. And then you can add them to whatever dish you're using them in. So it's really up to you, but I just want you to know that literally all you have to do is pull your sprouts out of this package and they're ready to go. You don't need to worry about the seeds, you don't need to worry about the rootlets, you don't need to worry about washing them, chopping them, peeling them, roasting them. All you need to do is add them to, in my case, this bowl of guacamole. I'm gonna mix them in and eat them with some chips for part of my lunch. Use these sprouts as a base for whatever protein you're eating. So if you grill some chicken, grill some steak. I love using sprouts as a bed for that protein. Add a handful of sprouts to your morning smoothie. Whatever the case is, you just know that if you have a package of these in your fridge, you're ready to add a serving of greens to any meal in less than 30 seconds. And that's what we love so much about these. So please drop some comments below if you have any more questions about how to use sprouts, or if you have any more questions about these little baby rootlets that are growing at the base of the plants, or the ungerminated seeds in your packages. We'd love to help you troubleshoot that, figure out how to use these in your favorite recipes, and we hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.